नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यास ततो जायमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टुकी। Hare Krishna. Today we are reading Canto 3, Chapter 12, and text number 34. So I will recite 3 times, and after that you please recite. कदाचिध्यायतरः षष्टुर्वेदा आसंस चतुर्मुखात् कथं क्षामि अहं लोकान् समवेतान् यथा पुरा। कदाचिध्यायतः षष्टुर्वेदा आसंस चतुर्मुखात् कथं क्षामि अहं लोकान् समवेतान् यथा पुरा। कदाचिध्यायतः स्रष्टुर्वेदा आसंस चतुर्मुखात् कथं क्षामि अहं लोकान् समवेतान् यथा पुरा. Please recite.
कदाचिध्यायता श्रस्तुर्वेदांस चतुर्मुखात् कथं स्रक्ष्याम्यहं लोकान् समवेतान् यथा पुरा। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण।
कदाचित् यथा स्रष्टुर्वेदाः चतुर्मुखात् कथं श्रास्याम्यहं लोकान् समवेतान् यथा पुरा। हरे कृष्ण। Thank you.
हरे कृष्ण। Anyone else would like to recite? Okay, I'll read. कदाचित् ध्यायता स्रष्टुर्वेदा आशंस चतुर्मुखात् कथं स्रक्ष्यामि अहं लोकान् संवेतान् यथा पुरा. Synonyms: kadachit, once upon a time; dhyayata, while contemplating; srashtu, of Brahma; Veda, the Vedic literatures; Asan, became manifested; Chaturmukhat, from the four mouths; Katham Srakshyami, how shall I create; Aham, myself; Lokan, all these worlds; Samvetan, assembled; Yatha, as they were; Pura, in the past. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, Abhay Charan Bhaktivinoda Special Bhashar Path Ki Jai. Once upon a time, when Brahma was thinking of how to create the worlds, as in the past millennium, the four Vedas, which contains all variety of knowledge, became manifested from his four mouths. As a fire can consume anything and everything without being contaminated, so by grace of the Lord, the fire of Brahma's greatness consumed his desire for the sinful act of sex with his daughter. The Vedas are the source of all knowledge, and they were first revealed to Brahma by the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead, while Brahma was thinking of recreating the material world. Brahma is powerful by dint of his devotional service unto the Lord. The Lord is always ready to forgive his devotee if by chance he falls down from the noble path of devotional service. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.5.42 confirms this as follows. स्वापदमूलं भजता प्रिययसा त्यक्त्वन्यभावस्य हरिपरेशा विक्रमयक्षोत्पत्तिं कथाञ्चित् धुनोति सर्वं हृदि सन्निविष्टा. Any person who is engaged 100% in the transcendental loving service of the Lord at his lotus feet is very dear to the personality of Godhead Hari. And the Lord, being situated in the heart of devotee, excuses all kinds of sin committed by chance. It was never expected that a great personality like Brahma would ever think of sex indulgence with his daughter. The example shown by Brahma only suggests that power of the material nature is so strong that it can act upon everyone, even Brahma. Brahma was saved by the mercy of the Lord with a little punishment, but by the grace of the Lord, he did not lose his prestige as a great Brahma. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरदस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्. वन्दे अहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवंश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश. नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचरणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारणे. नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्वसे नमः. पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्ते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विष्णुहानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे. हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्. शृण्वतां सकथा कृष्ण पुण्य श्रवण कीर्तन हृदयन्तस्तु भक्त्यानि विदनोति सुरसाम्. नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवते भगवति उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नष्टकी. Hare Krishna. So this verse we are over reading from Canto 3rd, chapter 12, text 34. Once upon a time when Brahma was thinking of how to create the worlds as in the past millennium, the four Vedas which contain all varieties of knowledge became manifested from his four mouths. Hare Krishna. So here from this verse it is mentioned that the Vedas are the knowledge which basically have all variety of knowledge. Here it says, Prabhupada mentioned here that Vedas means all variety of knowledge. Veda means to know. Generally the Sanskrit word Veda means to know. Whatever the knowledge is available is all derived from the Vedas. We see so many like department of knowledge nowadays in the world, like so many universities, colleges, schools, so all different kind of knowledge, especially now we are in the world of AI, I know all of you know this artificial intelligence. So generally, like if you see in today's world, this artificial intelligence look like something new. uh, People are basically very much attracted by these things, and everybody driving this AI. But actually, AI is nothing. It's all knowledge based on the human knowledge. So it's AI is nothing. AI is basically nothing but just it's a subset of what humans have actually acquired the knowledge, and human knowledge is only a subset of what Vedas have. Vedas is a full of knowledge. Every type of knowledge is there in the Vedas. Only thing is that we don't know. So the science are trying to discover so many things related to in this material nature, the principle of gravity, the principle of motion, all these science principles. I'm sure whoever is a student of science knows that. So all these physics principles, mathematic principles, and all this thermodynamics principle, chemical principle, all these things which are there in the nature, they are all actually there in the Vedas. We don't know. So, for example, the principle of gravity. Gravity. In Sanskrit, we call, or in Hindi, we call Gurutvakarshana. Gurutvakarshana means it is basically the force which is basically controlling all these planets in the sky, and they are all being controlled by the by the gravity between these planets, and especially the main planet is there, which is basically the Jupiter, which basically, if science is also discovering about that. So, but it's already there in the Vedas, that how is the sun is the source of all energy in the whole universe. And even if you see this, especially this theory of Big Bang, whatever they propose, the scientists, they also basically say the same point, but they don't know about the power of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. According to them, at one point of time, the whole universe started from a single point, and there was a big explosion, and then the universe started expanding. But that explosion, what was the explosion? They don't know. That is explained in Vedas, that when Lord Shri Krishna glanced over the material nature, then this whole material nature dismantled, and then this Mahatattva came into picture with 23 element, and then what we are basically seeing before, this creation, and it's actually this whole universe start basically coming to picture. They don't know the behind, that Krishna is the cause of everything. The science, they are trying to find the cause of this material world, but they can go to certain extent, but beyond that they can't. But Vedas give this knowledge to us. Vedas have the knowledge which is beyond human knowledge. Humans are defected, right? Like Srila Prabhupada mentioned in the introduction of Sri Ishopanishad, that humans are defected. Humans have defect, 4 types of defects. And like we commit mistake, we have our senses are imperfect, we get illusion, and it is and the fourth one is I forgot, like that. So there are 4 defects, which basically in the human society, because of that, the knowledge in the human society is not perfect. The new knowledge that is coming from Vedas is perfect. So here, Lord Brahma, he want to create this universe again. He want to create this universe again, but to build this universe, he needs the knowledge, and that knowledge is basically contained in Vedas. And here he says that when Lord Brahma was thinking of how to create the worlds, as in the past millennium. So if you see, like here, it's mentioned that this universe is created again and again and again. It's a cycle. There is a creation, then there is a maintenance, and there is a destruction. So we see in Brahma Samhita, Lord Brahma prays to Krishna Srishti Sthiti Pralashadan Shakti Rekha Chayeva Yasya Bhunani Vibharti Durga Ichharu Rupam Apesa Cheshtati Sa Govindam Adipusham Tam Bhajami. So this creation, maintenance, and destruction. Srishti Sthiti Pralaya. Srishti means creation, Sthiti means maintenance, and Pralaya means annihilation. These all 3 actions are performed by the material energy under the direction of Krishna. As Krishna directs, material energy basically transform into these 3 parts. First is creation, then maintenance, and destruction. So, but again and again this thing happen, like every millennium. So Lord Brahma, he woke up in the new millennium, and then once he wake up, because he was sleeping in the night, once he wake up, then he want to recreate the same thing what he did in his past millennium. For that, he need the knowledge, because what happened is, when he sleeps, the Vedas gone from his from his consciousness. So now he want to recreate in the same way. For that, he want to he was thinking of that, and as soon as he was thinking, in the heart of Lord Brahma, that Lord Krishna manifested these Vedas, and these 4 Vedas came out from the mouth of Lord Brahma. In Srimad Bhagavatam, very first verse, which is the Mangalacharan prayer and the Gayatri mantra of Srimad Bhagavatam, is Janmadi Yasyata Anvyat Itatas Charteshva Bhigya Swarat Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavi. So there it says that Lord Sri Krishna manifest or revealed this knowledge of Vedas into the heart of Brahmaji directly. So this knowledge is actually is not being taught to Brahma in some school or colleges. If in now in today's society, if somebody want to learn something, we have to go to preschool, then elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and then post grad, and so many things we have to do. And then ultimately, after so many years, we become like, or we get knowledgeable in certain areas. The more higher we go in our pursuit of knowledge, the more and more we become like concentrated on one section. Yeah, like say if somebody want to become a like a somebody want to take profession of a medicine, right? If want to become a doctor, so in the beginning, like skill college, and then go to then go to medical school and all, and then after that, suddenly, slowly, they will become a doctor in one particular section, maybe an eye doctor, maybe like a hand doctor, leg doctor, or dentist or whatever, right? Nobody can have all the knowledge at one shot. It's difficult for human brain to have that kind of knowledge. So, but Brahma, he got knowledge in all sections. All four Vedas are basically manifested in the heart of Brahma. And how this happened? That's happened by the mercy of Krishna. If Krishna wants, he can actually make anyone expert in Vedas. There is another example. I'll give you another example, that in fourth canto, there is a pastime of Dhruv Maharaj. So when Dhruv Maharaj, he was a 5-year-old boy, and he became very angry when he heard the words of his stepmother. His stepmother stopped Dhruv Maharaj, and told him not to sit on the lap of his father, and then go out and worship Lord Vishnu, and then take birth again from the womb of Suruchi, and then he can sit on the lap of his father. So Dhruv Maharaj was very much angry on the words, the harsh word of his stepmother. So he came out from his kingdom, from his father's kingdom, and he was looking for Lord Vishnu. Then Naraji, by the will of the Lord, Narad Muni came there, and he instructed Dhruv Maharaj to go to the forest of Madhuvana, like in Vrindavan, and worship Lord Vishnu. So and then Dhruv Maharaj followed that, and after 6 months, for the after meditating on the Lord for 6 months, worshipping and meditating, eventually he was able to see Lord in his heart. He was able to see. He was like we have you might have heard about that, like how strong his meditation, his austerity was, and then after 6 months, he was at the end of the 6 months, he was able to see Lord in his heart, live, live telecast. You can say live. Lord was there in the heart, present. So but when Lord appeared in front of Dhruv Maharaj, uh, so then Dhruv Maharaj opened his eyes and he saw the Lord in front of him. He was a 5-year-old boy, and he saw the Lord in front of him. And as soon as he saw the Lord, he became mesmerized by the beauty of the Lord. He was so much astonished to see how beautiful Lord is. And then, as soon as he saw the Lord Vishnu in front of him, he wanted to glorify Lord Vishnu. He want to glorify, because that's the human nature. Uh, As a living entity, we actually take pleasure in glorifying the Lord. This is what we are looking for. This is what we are hankering, and that's why we basically do prayers. We basically chant the mantras and all to glorify the Lord, to please the Lord. And then, as soon as he saw the Lord, he want to glorify. But being a 5-year-old boy, he does not know any word grammar or any kind of he was not expert in Sanskrit, he was not expert in grammar, he's not expert in poetry, he's not expert in like any kind of grammatical syntax and all. And plus he was not aware of the Lord's qualities also. So in order for us to glorify, we need to understand that person, and we need to understand their qualities and their pastimes and their other features. Like Dhruv Maharaj have no idea. He don't know the Lord, but he just saw, because his Guru Maharaj Narad Muni told him to worship Lord Vishnu, and then he worshipped for 6 months. But he had no idea like how beautiful, how merciful, how much like Lord is basically full of all the qualities and all. He doesn't know anything. So he was like just a 5-year-old boy and just sitting in front of the Lord, and then just holding the hand and then seeing the Lord with his eyes, and just he want to just glorify the Lord with his heart. So Lord, at the time, Lord Vishnu saw that, oh, Dhruv want to glorify me. In his heart, he is basically hankering that how should I glorify the Lord. So at that time, Lord Vishnu, through he actually taught his conch shell, which is basically the full of all Vedas. It's basically like says this Panchajanya. The Lord's conch shell name is Panchajanya. He took that conch shell and he touched the conch shell on the face of the Dhruv Maharaj. And as soon as he touched, Dhruv Maharaj immediately become expert in all section of Vedas. All the four Vedas that be manifested in the heart of Dhruv Maharaj immediately. There is no need of going to school, college, doing degrees, PhDs, like some research work, as like going to conferences. No, nothing. Immediately, immediately, the whole four Vedas, all the four Vedas manifested in the heart of Dhruv Maharaj. And then Dhruv Maharaj became completely ecstatic. And then in that ecstasy, he actually offered the prayer uh, to Lord Vishnu. And those prayers are very beautiful prayers. If you see like it's given in fourth canto, chapter number 9. There are prayers offered by Dhruv Maharaj to Lord Vishnu. There are 12 prayers. Our Acharya says these 12 prayers are basically like 12 Adityas. Hmm. And these prayers actually shed light on all the important topics of Vedas. Vedas are there to glorify the Lord. The purpose of Veda is to know Krishna. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that Sarvasya cham hriday sannivishto matta smrtir jnanam apohanam cha Vedescha sarvir ahameva vedyo. Krishna is saying Vedescha sarvir aham eva vedyo. The purpose of Veda is to know Krishna. The purpose of Vedas no Krishna means, so from that it is we can conclude that the purpose of all knowledge, whether we are doing physics, chemistry, mathematics, political science, or even artificial intelligence, whatever, all this knowledge, the whole purpose of this knowledge should be to know Krishna. Right. So as soon as Dhruv Maharaj became expert in the knowledge of Vedas, he started glorifying the Lord, because the purpose of Vedas is to glorify the Lord, and that with that glorification actually he pleased the Lord. So here also we see that Lord Brahma also did not go to any school. He's when he was there, nobody was there at that time. So how he got the knowledge of four Vedas? It's all given by Lord Krishna into the heart of Brahmaji. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kavi. So all these four Vedas are manifested in the heart of Brahma. In the heart of Brahma, and then Brahma, like actually these four Vedas came out from the mouth of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma has four mouths, and the four Vedas came out. Initially, like actually Vedas is only one knowledge. They are divided into four sections by Vedvyas Muni. 5,000 years back, when Vedvyas Muni was ready to compile all this Vedic literature, so he actually divided Vedas into four parts according to the duties. So that these Vedas are coming, and then these Vedas are needed for Lord Brahma to again do the creation, because Lord Brahma is there, who is a secondary creator. As we see in Srimad Bhagavatam, there are 10 topics that which are being described. Atra sargo visargascha sthanam poshanmutya manvantreshu ishanugata nirodho mukti ashraya. The primary creation is done by Krishna. Lord Krishna or Lord Mahavishnu first does the primary creation, and then the secondary creation that does by Lord Brahma, he actually performed that creation by getting knowledge from these Vedas, which are manifested in the heart of Lord Brahma by Lord Krishna. So let's go through some purport here, like some important partial mentioned here. Here in the first Srila Prabhupada says that as a fire can consume anything and everything without being contaminated, so by the grace of the Lord, the fire of Brahma's greatness consumed his desire for sinful act with his daughter. So this is the pastime that we already discussed, that Lord Brahma got attracted by his daughter Saraswati, and because of that, he has to give up his body. Because of that contaminated desire, he has to give up this body. Now, because of that sinful act, Brahma was ashamed, but now here Prabhupada says that as a fire can consume everything and anything. In a fire, you could put anything, whether a dirty material or a purified material. Does not matter. Fire can consume anything and everything. Like say, like an example is given when sun in the sky, sun can actually purify everything, whatever wherever the sun actually goes. So similarly here, the power of the by the grace of Lord, because Lord Krishna manifested the knowledge of Vedas in the heart of Brahmaji. Because of that, Brahmaji's greatness, because he is knowledgeable in everything, and especially because of dint of his devotional service, Lord Krishna blessed him, and because of that, he actually consumed. He actually came out from this sinful desire what he did previously. So here Prabhupada says the Vedas are the source of all knowledge and they were first revealed to Brahma by the mercy of Supreme Personality of Godhead while Brahma was thinking recreating the material world. So this point we already discussed that. Brahma is powerful by the dint of his devotional service. This is important here, that how come Brahma become so powerful that he got the knowledge of four Vedas very easily in the heart of his heart, is because of devotional service. When we please the Lord, I give you example of like Dhruv Maharaj also. When we please the Lord, all the knowledge will get revealed automatically in our heart. Lord can arrange. Lord can arrange. As long as we please the Lord will manifest all the necessary thing what we need. In Bhagavad Gita, a very important verse, in the 9th chapter, Krishna says that Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paripasate tesham nitya viktanam yoga kshema bhamyam. So in that, Krishna says that Ananyas Chintayantumam, anybody who is performing pure devotional service to Supreme Personality of Godhead, Ananya means only Krishna. Ananya Bhakti. Ananya Bhakti means only worshipping Krishna, no other god or demigod, right? Only Krishna. When a devotee performs Ananya Bhakti, pure devotional service to Supreme Personality of Godhead, then Krishna says that Tesha, whatever they have, I'll protect them. Krishna personally comes and protects whatever a devotee have, and whatever they need, Krishna provides. Tesham Nityabhaktanam Yoga Kshema Vahamyam. This yoga and kshema, these are the two words which is basically Krishna says that I'll protect what you have and I will provide, I will give you what you need. So here, that devotional service can empower a person with the mercy of the Lord. And here, Lord Brahma, why he became so powerful by getting Vedic knowledge? Because by the dint of his devotional service. He pleased the Lord by his devotional service. That's why Lord showered the mercy, and then he actually blessed him with the power of Vedic knowledge, and then by that he actually came out from the sinful reaction. The Lord is already ready to forgive his devotee if by chance he falls down from the noble path of devotional service. This is a very important point here. Krishna is very merciful. Lord is very merciful. I sometimes feel myself, I have done so many sinful activity in my life. I'm so sinful. Even in my heart, I still have so many sinful desires, sinful thoughts, so many things. We as a living entity, we are not at least I'm talking myself, we are under this control of Maya. And because of that, we do so many mistakes in our even in devotional life. Every day I do so many mistakes. But Lord is so merciful. Lord Krishna is so merciful that he actually forgive his devotees, and he is ready to forgive. If somebody mistake, Lord is ready to forgive as long as we are sincere. As long as we are sincerely serving the Lord, even though while we are serving, we might do mistake. Nobody is perfect in this world. Human beings already have defects, so there is always chance that we will commit mistake. That's one of the factor that we discussed, that human commit mistakes. So we commit mistake, and we might perform some wrong activity, But as long as we are sincerely serving the Lord, as long as we are sincerely engaged in the devotional service of the Lord, then Lord is ready to forgive his devotees. But here, Prabhupada said, if by chance he fall down, not intentionally, we should not commit sinful activity or like any kind of wrong activity intentionally. Sometime it might happen by chance, like even though it's not in our control, it can happen. It can happen. But that does not mean that we are away from devotion. Lord is very merciful. He will ready to forgive as long as we are continuing in the devotional service. So that's why Prabhupada says that here from the Noble Path. So here he gives this example. This is very famous verse from Srimad Bhagavatam. Swapad Moolam Bhajataha Priyasya Taiktva Bhavasya Hari Paresha Vikramayak Chotpatim Katamchit Dhunoti Sarvam Hadi Sannivishta. Anyone who is engaged in 100%, this is a very important point. Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada used this word 100%. So here, these means no other way. Like when we are doing 100% ananya means na anya, not other place, only Krishna. So anyone who engaged in 100% in the transcendental loving service at the lotus feet of very dear to Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari, and being situated in the heart of a devotee, excuses all kind of sin committed by chance. So here also Prabhupada uses the by chance. Is not that we are intentionally engaged in sinful activities. See, in it is an offense to the holy name. Like when we read the offenses toward the holy name, one of the offenses is that to commit mistake on the strength of the holy name of the Lord. So if we think that, well, I can do anything by chanting Hare Krishna or by performing devotions, I will get rid of the sinful reaction. That is not allowed. That is an offense to the holy name. That is offense to the Lord. Here, what Prabhupada is giving is that, quoting this verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, is unintentionally. You don't want to do it, but sometime it can happen. Those kind of things are basically Krishna can avoid. Krishna can say, okay, that's fine. This happened by mistake. That's okay. It can take it. But if somebody is becoming like habitual of doing, or somebody become a habitual offender, or somebody becoming a habitual of committing mistake and thinking that, well, I can do devotional service and then I can get rid of this sinful reaction, that is not allowed. Only thing that is allowed is only thing that Krishna actually consider is that you should be first of all 100% in transcendental loving devotional service. A person should be performing devotional service continuously, without deviating, without disruption. So as long as he's doing that and pleasing the Lord, then any mistake that he might do, in while doing devotional service, that can be excused by the Lord. So here Prabhupada says, because Lord Brahma commit one mistake, that was he became attracted. Actually, he did not really did anything personally, but because the thought came in his mind. Even the thought is considered like an action. In like this action is basically performed by body, mind, and words. So if somebody perform by body, that is very very severe, and by words also very severe. But somebody perform with the mind, it is little severe, but still, if somebody perform with the mind, that also is a sinful reaction. Lord Brahma, because he was such a great personality, even if for him, even thinking from the mind is also a great sin. But Lord actually excused him because he's continuously serving the Lord by his devotional service. So Lord actually forgave him, and by the power of the Lord, and now he actually come out from this sinful reaction. So the example shown by Brahma only suggests that power of material nature is so strong that it can act upon everyone. So now another lesson Prabhupada actually saying is that when Lord Brahma can get attracted by this, this material uh, by Maya, so how can we are a living entity are, So Lord Brahma is also can control by like this external energy of Krishna Maya. So we should be very careful that we should not get attracted by this Maya. The only way we can get protected by Maya is by engaging ourselves 100% in the pure devotional service of the Lord. So here Prabhupada said the Brahma was saved by the mercy of the Lord, with a little punishment, by the grace of the Lord, he did not lose his prestige as great Brahma. So, so it is the Lord's mercy that Lord Brahma is still the Lord Brahma. He did not lose his post, but with little punishment that he has to give up his body, and then for now he has to basically like recontinue his services. So some disruption happen in between little bit, but again he can continue service as long as he is performing the devotions with the Lord. So that's the important lesson we can take from this verse, is that we should always try to engage in the pure devotions with the Lord. That's why I have many time heard that sometimes many people ask this question, that should we, like, we have so many work, so many things going in our life, sometimes we lose faith on our chanting process or on devotional service. What should we do? You know, should we continue because like things are not happening the way we want? You know, sometimes when people are basically coming to devotional life, they see more problems in their life rather than when they were not. But idea here is that as long as you continue in devotional service and you keep chanting the holy name of the Lord, uh, you might see some kind of obstacles while going through, but those obstacles will be removed by the Lord slowly and slowly, as long as we are continuing in devotional service. Even Rupa Goswami says that Adau Shraddha Tata Sadhu Sango Atha Bhajan Kriya Tato Anarth Nivritti Syat. So this obstacle, this anarth nivritti, is not going to happen immediately. It might take, it depend upon our depend upon our engagement, devotional service. It might happen immediately for some people. It might take years and years. You know, we don't know how many anarthas we have, how many sinful activities we accumulated in previous lifetimes. It might take one lifetime, it might take many lifetime, depending upon the power of our devotional service. You know, if we are basically engaging ourselves in pure devotional service continuously without interruption, and even though some obstacle might come, if we still continue, because Srimad Bhagavatam says that, you know, this ahetuki apratyata, the two very important point is that it should be pure, it should be ahetuki, without any motivation, and second thing, it should be continuous, without any break, without any failure. So if we continue that, like as purpose, as we say, like we're going to chant, we are going to follow four already principle: no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex, and then following 16 round minimum, at least minimum 16 round chanting every day. You know, Shilava said, mentioned that if you follow this, you can go back home, back to Godhead in this lifetime. So point is that we need to continue this service. As long as we are continuing ourselves, putting ourselves in this pure devotion of the Lord, without any interruption. So even small mistake that can happen by chance, Lord can forgive us. But that does not mean that it gives us, you know, like a thing that, oh, we can do mistakes. We should try not to do any mistake in our devotional life and try to follow those regulative principles very sincerely. But if something happened by chance, as we see the example of Lord Brahma, it can give, Lord can give you little punishment, but Lord will basically again bring you back to the devotional life so that we can continue our path back home, back to Godhead. All right, okay. So thank you all. So I'll stop now. If I'll see if anyone have any comment or any question, or maybe some corrections. You know, Kevalya Prabhu want to give some comments, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
You very nicely explained, really, and you said how the knowledge comes. And you very nicely said that like a college and other knowledge is not useful, but Krishna's mercy, if it comes to in 1 second, we can get all the knowledge. So, but for that we have to do bhakti very purely. And as we are in Kali Yuga,
Prabhu, I think you got on mute. If you're speaking, Prabhu, you are on the mute.
oh, sorry. Okay, so I was saying that, as you said, that all the knowledge can come by Krishna's grace. That's very true. Because whatever we try in this world, we will not be successful unless we have the mercy of Krishna and his devotees. So that thing is really very important. And like Brahmaji's fault, Krishna excused very easily, So all for the devotees, we all make mistakes, and Krishna will excuse, but not all the time. If we are very serious in our bhakti, then only. That's what
Yes.
Prabhupada actually gave that verse there, that 100% in the bhakti. Then only he will excuse. Otherwise, otherwise people will make mistake after mistake, mistake after mistake. That's not allowed. Yeah, if unknowingly some mistake is committed, Krishna will definitely excuse that mistake, but not all the mistakes. Because whatever action we do, we have to get punishment for that. But punishment with Krishna's grace, we get very little, not full fledged punishment. We get little punishment, and Krishna excuses the rest, So that's his greatness. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much
Hare
for
Krishna.
your comments. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Anyone else have any comment or question?
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Like you said, we all do the sins, knowingly, unknowingly. And then we do the devotional service, we try to pray, we try to chant everything. But that doesn't mean I'll keep on doing Krishna, because Krishna is helping. I'll keep on doing sins and I keep on doing chanting. I say, oh yeah, I am doing devotional service. But I keep on doing sins also. So that won't help. Knowing, if we know something that Krishna is going to help, and we have to correct ourselves at least. If I know knowingly, unknowingly, we do sins. Everybody, unknowingly, knowingly, we do. Like when we are walking, we might step on an ant, small ant, we don't see. We cannot avoid that ant and then walk, So we might be doing that sin also, killing the ant. So, like that, we just do prayers and everything, try to not to do any sins knowingly. If unknowingly something happens, that is just, if I see a deer or something and lying on the road, I say Narayana. At least I say that, Oh God, that is dying there, I will say Narayana. So at least that will help us seeing that sin and then helping that soul. So that's what my belief is. As long as we are human beings, God has given us knowledge and everything. This is the human life is very, 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 very special life we had. So we should be thankful to Krishna and thankful to we should do right things, whatever possibility we can do. That's what my belief is, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji, for your comments. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Anyone else have any comment or question? All right. If there is no more comments or questions, so thank you all for joining today morning. So we can end our call now. Hare Krishna, everyone. Vancha kalpatarubhascha
सर्वस्याकृपासिन्धुभ्यः
patitanam
सानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
Gaudiya Vaishnava
Vishnu की जय
Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
जय। Thank you.
All
Thank you, Prabhu.
Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran ki jai.
Hari Bol.